In this video, I'll show you step by step how to create a professional and fully functional tour booking website without writing a single line of code. You will learn how to add tours, manage bookings, set up online payments, and customize your site in just a few simple steps. By the end of this video, you will have a stunning tour booking website up and ready for business. So recently, I found this platform called Tripcart that makes it really easy for anybody to create a tour booking website. And I'm going to show you how to use it in this video. Tripcart is like Shopify designed specifically for travel businesses. It gives you access to all the tools you need to host your website, manage bookings, accept payments from around the world, basically everything you need in one place. The best part is you can start your website right now for free. Just go to tripcart.com, or to make it easier for you, I'm going to leave this link in the description below. So click the first link below this video and that'll bring you over here where you can start a 30-day free trial without even entering your card information. So just go ahead and click on start a 30-day free trial. Now click sign up, enter your name, your email address, and set a strong password for yourself, and then go ahead and click create an account. Now I need to confirm my email address, so I'll check my inbox. You will see an email from Tripcart with a link to verify your email address. So just click on the link, and as simple as that, you've successfully created your new Tripcart account. The next step is to set up your website. So enter your company name, and let's say I'm creating this website for a travel agency called In Dubai Tours, and let's assume that this company help people arrange tours to Dubai. So the purpose of this website is so that customers can easily come over and book their tours. Now I'll go ahead and enter the company name. Here you'll see your default subdomain name on Tripcart, but don't worry, very soon I'll show you how to add your own custom domain name to your tour booking website. But for now, let's work with this subdomain, and then we can go ahead and click on create my website. Then the next step is where you get to enter some basic information like what stage are you in. They have three options right here. I am running a travel business and have a website. I want to start a travel business but have not started yet. Then I am running a travel business but don't have a website. I'll select the third option. Then what type of tours do you offer? I'm going to select multi-day tours. Then select your travel industry. I'm going to select city tours. And then what is the number of bookings you expect in a year? For a start, maybe I'll enter 100 to 500 and then click next. Now you need to enter your business address. After entering all of this information, just go ahead and click complete. At this point, let's see what my website currently looks like. So click on visit website and then select the website. And you can see that without doing too much, we have a nice looking website, but we still need to customize the content of the site. And we also need to add tours. Like if I come over to the tour section, obviously this place is still empty. So I'm going to walk you through how to add tours to your website and also how to customize the content of your site. To get started, go back to your Tripcart dashboard and here select tour, click all tours. Now click add new. Let's say I want to create a multi-day tour. Click continue, and that'll bring you over here where you can add the details for this particular tour. And I already have all the details I need right here. So I'll just copy the tour name and paste it here. You will notice that it automatically generates a link for this tour on your website, and you can customize the link if you need to, but I'll just use this link the way it is. And then scroll down the duration of the tour. Let's say this is going to last for 3 days, and the age range, let me see, the age range starts from 12. So I'll come over here, adjust the age range so that it starts from 12. Then for the destination for this particular tour is Dubai. So I'll click on add new destination, and then the destination name is going to be Dubai. Then you have the option to select a parent destination. Let's say the destination is a city in a particular country. You can select the country, but I'll just use Dubai. Click add. Now we can move on to activities. Click on add new activity and then just get the activities from here. Enter the activity name, click on add. And we can follow the same process to add more activities. Click add new activity again. Then get desert safari and adventure. Paste it right here, click add. Then the next one is going to be cultural visits. The next step is difficulty level. Let's say the level for this particular tour is easy. I'll just copy a small part of the tour description. Let's say get this. Then place it as the excerpt. Now we'll need to enter the description. So copy the tour description and place it right here. You can really do a lot of very interesting stuff with the description. Let's say if you need to add images, just click on this plus icon and then select the element you want to add, maybe text, heading, image, table. But I'll just use this very short description. Now let's add some images. Click on open image gallery, go to upload files, and then select all the images I need. The file size for your images has to be under 2 MB, and that's actually good for your website because if you add images that are too large, it can slow down the speed of your website, which is bad for user experience. So after uploading my images, I'll click insert. At this point, let me publish so that I can preview what we've done so far. If I open the tour link, you'll see that this is what we have. Step by step, everything is beginning to come together. People can see details of the tour, the description, and the images that we've added. Let's go over and add the itinerary for this tour. So come over to itinerary. This is going to be a 3-day tour. So I'll add 2 more for day 2 and day 3. So the first thing you need to enter is the section title. And for that, I'll just use this itinerary and activities as the section title. Then copy the details for day 1. Day 1 is arrival and city exploration. Then copy the activities for the day. Paste it right here. You can also add details of the accommodation. And if there'll be meal offering, let's say breakfast and dinner for day 1. And you can also add some images as well. So I'll click open image gallery, select one of these images, click insert. Then we'll proceed to day 2. And day 2 is for desert safari and adventure. Enter the title, get the activities. And let's say for day 2, maybe we'll have just breakfast and I can add an image. Now we can move on to day 3. Day 3, which is the final day, copy the title and also the activities for the day. Then maybe day 2 is going to include breakfast and lunch. Also look for an image that I can use here. And with all of this in place, I'll just go ahead and click update to save my changes. Now, if we check the tour again, let me just refresh. You'll see that we have the itinerary showing up right here. And everything is basically looking good. So let's move on to the next step. Usually, you want people to know what's included and what is not included in the package they are paying for. So click on includes, and I'm going to get the details from here. Then for the title, I'll just use something like the cost includes, and then add the list. And also copy the details of what is not included. And then for the exclude title, I'll use the cost excludes, paste the list. Now click update to save your changes. Moving on to the next step, which is store info. And this is where you can add all the essential information travelers need to know about this particular tour. So I'll click on add tour info. And the way this works is any information you add from here will show up at the top of the top page. And as you can see, we already have some information showing up from the details we've already added, like the duration, age range, and all of that. And this is the one we just created. And when adding all this extra information, you can include icons. Let's say I'll create a new tour info called accommodation. Then I'll open the icons and look for something that will match this particular information. Click save. And now I can maybe write 4-star hotel for this. Click update. Now, if we come over and I refresh, you are going to see that it is showing up right here. And you can basically follow this same process and add all the extra key details travelers need to know about this particular tour. Now, let's go to price. Let's say the price for this particular tour is $799 per person. Then you can also add a crossed out price. Maybe I'll use $999. Then you can also enter the minimum number of persons and the maximum number of persons allowed for this tour. So let's say min pass is 1, and then max, maybe I could set it at 20 or maybe 100, depending on the tour you are setting up. And then if you offer group discount, you can turn this on and then enter the discount per person. Now, let's say you want to create a different price category, let's say for children or family or for teams. You can come over to the tour page, then open tour settings, select price category. By default, you have adult category checked. And let's say I want to enable the children category. And if you want to add a new price category, you can just select add price category and then enter the details for that. Now let's go back to the tour we were setting up. Click edit and go to price again. Now let's say the price per child will be $499 and the cost out price, let's say maybe $799. And then you can enter the minimum and maximum packs for this category as well. But let me just use the same 100 and click update to save. Now let's go to the top page, refresh, and you can see that the price for this store is showing up right here with a 20% discount tag, and everything is looking nice. So let's move on to the next step, which is dates. Here you can set a cutoff time. Let's say if you need travelers to book at least 2 days before the trip, you can enter 2 days or 3 days depending on the setup for your own tour. Let's say I'm going to use 3 days. Then you can enter the starting date when travelers can start booking for this tour. Let's say I'll use Monday 17th of February. Then you can also set block dates. That means dates when bookings are not available. Let's say maybe on a public holiday or whatever. You can enter all of that from here. And once you are done with all these customizations, just go ahead and click update. Once again, let's check the top page and see what it looks like. You are going to see all the available booking dates showing up right here. But there's a little problem. Booking is open infinitely. You can see we have dates for 2026, and with something like this, what you are saying is people can come over here and book this particular tour up to August of 2026. But in the real world, it does not usually happen like that. Most times you have tours for a limited period of time. So to fix this, let's come over here, open the starting date, and that will give you more options. And here you can set whether you want this particular tour to repeat and when you want the repeat to end. Let's say I'm going to set the end date to maybe 31st of March. Click select. Now let's update this. Go to the top page, refresh. Now you'll see that bookings for this tour is only available in February and March of 2025. If you need to, you can further customize this. Let's say if you want this store to repeat weekly, you can select the days or monthly or maybe yearly, whichever one works for you. But let me just set this to daily and update. Now let's move on to the next step, which is map. If you want the map of the tour location to show up on the top page, you can set the map from here. So for the section title, I'm going to use destination. And then you have two ways of adding maps to the page. You can either use the map iframe or the map image. I'm going to use iframe. And what you can do is open Google Maps and then type in the location. Let's say Dubai. Then I'm going to right click the airport, assuming that this is the pickup location. Then copy the coordinates and then go to this website called maps.ie. We are going to basically use this tool to generate the map iframe. So click on create map and then come over to the settings. For the title, I'll just use Dubai tour, and for the address, I'll use Dubai. Then paste the coordinates you copied from Google Maps. And if you scroll down, this is the iframe that you can use. I'll just copy this, come over here and paste. Now click update to save. Let's go to the top page again, refresh. And now if I scroll down, you can see that the map is showing up right here. And this is really nice. So let's move on to the next step, which is the FAQ section. For the title, I'll just use frequently asked questions and then click on add FAQ and just go ahead and get the FAQs from here, copy, come over and paste, and then get the answer. And just go ahead and repeat the same process for all the other questions. And with all of this in place, I'll just click update to save. Now let's see what that will look like. And these are the frequently asked questions. After FAQ, the next step is others. This, if you want to add more information, you can just paste the text right here. And then we can move on to add-ons. At this point, this store is already looking good, but you can go a step further and add extra services that can potentially improve the customer experience and also help you make more money. So if I come over here under add-ons, I'll select add new add-ons, and I have some extra services that I would like to offer, like professional photo shoot for an extra $99 per session. Some travelers are going to need this, so I can copy professional photo shoot, which is the first extra service, paste it as a title. Then the price is $99. You can also add a description. I'm going to copy this, paste it right here. Then you can also add an image for this service. So I'll click upload, go to upload files, then click insert. Now click save. Then I'm going to follow the same process to add all the extra services. Another very interesting thing you can do is to create different packages for these services. So let's pick airport transfers, for instance. Assuming that I have another package for VIP pickup, I'll click on add more options, then add that here, maybe like VIP pickup, then add the price and description. With this, travelers can select the package they want to go for. But I'm going to stick with only one option for now. Click update to save. Now let's go to the top page, refresh. And let's say I want to book a tour for this date. Click book now. And you can see the different add-ons that we have. I can select any one of these, and that will automatically update the total price. So travelers basically have the option to select the extra services that they want. Now for the next step, let me show you how you can add accommodation to your tours. So let's go back to the tour page, select accommodation, then click add room type. Let's say the first option is single room and number of guests will be 1. You can enter a description and then you can click on add details to add more information. Select another room type, let's say double room, and then maybe 2. You can also add the description. Now I'm going to save this. Then let's go back to the tour we were setting up. Click edit. Then go to accommodation. And here you can enter the price for these rooms. Let's say for single room, maybe $100, and then double room will be $200. For the double room, where we have 2 guests, the guests will share the price between them. That means each guest will pay $100 each. So I'm going to click update to save. If we go to the tour booking page, refresh. Now travelers can select their accommodation, either single room, double room, or whichever option you have on your site. Another thing I want to show you is how to create flexible payment plans for your customers. So let's go over to the tour page, open tour settings, select deposit payment. Now you can even set the currency for your website. If you come over to currency, by default it is on US dollar, but let's say you are using a different currency, you can select that from here, but I'm going to keep it on US dollar. Then let's go to deposit payment, and you can enable accept deposit payment. And then for the deposit type, if you want to use a percentage of the booking fee or a fixed amount, that's really up to you, but I'm going to use percentage. Then let's say customers need to pay at least 60% of the booking fee. I'll click save. And with this setup, travelers can lock in their spot with 60% of the fee and maybe complete the rest before the trip date. Now, let me also show you how to create coupon codes if you want to offer discounts to your customers. Come over to coupons, then click on add coupon. For the name, maybe I'm going to use special discount or whichever name you want to apply. Then the coupon code, just use special 25, and the discount amount, maybe 25% discount. Select the tours you want this coupon to work on, and you can also exclude certain tours. Then you can also set the validity period for this coupon code. So you can enter the start date and the expiration date. Let's say this code is valid till the end of February. Let's say the minimum amount is going to be $1,000 before this coupon code will work. Then you can also set the maximum amount of times this code will be valid. Maybe I'll just use 20. This code will be valid for the first 20 persons to use it. And you can also limit it to once per customer and set the status to active. Then click on save. Now, if I go to the checkout page, refresh, and just add some packages to increase my cart value to over $1,000. So we have $1,098 as the cart value. Now, if I click on have a discount code, enter the discount code, which is special 25, click apply. You see that it automatically applies a 25% discount to my cart. So everything is working perfectly, but at this point, my website is missing a payment gateway that customers can use to pay for their booking. So to add a payment gateway, come over to apps, select payment gateways. You will notice that under apps, there are a lot of stuff that you can do. if you come over to tools, you can enable different tools on your website, redirection, custom scripts. Let's say if you need to install a Facebook pixel on your site, you can enable custom scripts, click configure, and then add the pixel code. Then you can enable custom CSS if you want to have more flexibility in styling your website. You also have reCAPTCHA integration and this group size feature. Also, you can come over to reviews and enable reviews from different platforms. Let's say TripAdvisor, Google Reviews, Trustpilot. If you enable these options, Tripcart will display reviews for your business from these platforms. And then you also have this form builder tool, which you can use to create different types of forms and add it to your site. So right now we have inquiry form and contact form, and you can create a new form by clicking on add new form. But right now, let's go to payment gateways and set up a payment method that customers can use to complete their bookings. So you have different options: PayPal, Stripe, CyberSource, and all of these. But let's say I want to use PayPal. Enable the PayPal option, then click configure. Now you just need to get your PayPal client ID and secret key. So I'm going to get all of that from my PayPal account, copy the client ID, and for the label, I'll just use pay with PayPal, then click save credentials. Now let's see if it is going to work. Refresh the checkout page, and now you see that customers will have the option to pay with PayPal. And with this option, they can either pay with their PayPal account or with their debit or credit card. So our website is working properly. Then I'll go ahead and disable book now and pay later, since we already have PayPal working. Also go to settings, set the default payment gateway to PayPal, and then you can add some payment method icons. Maybe I'll just use PayPal, Visa, and MasterCard. Then for the terms and conditions label, use I agree to and select the terms and conditions page. Now you can come over to pages and create different pages for your website, but I'll just use the default terms and conditions page for now. Also same for the privacy policy, then click save. And then if you want to apply a booking fee, you can come over to booking fee and check show booking fee. But let's say I'm done with the payment setup. Another thing you can do here is to go to email notifications and customize the different emails that will be sent out for different actions. So for booking confirmation, this is the email that a customer will receive once their booking is confirmed. You can customize the subject and then the content of the email. You can also do the same for abandoned cart, store reminder, ask for review, post store email, or you can create your own custom notification. So if you click on create notification, you can give it a name, enter the subject, schedule when you want to send out this email, and then go ahead and type in the content of the email. And with this, you don't need a separate email marketing service to send out emails to your customers. Everything you need is right here on Tripcart. Then you can go to settings and set up the sender details and the SMTP provider you want to use. You can also customize the email header and footer. So basically, at this point, everything about the tour booking process is working perfectly. And now what we need to do is to customize the look of the website. To open the website builder, just go to website settings, then select website builder. The good thing is the page editor on Tripcart looks very familiar if you've used any popular website builder like maybe Elementor, Wix, or WordPress. And it is simply just drag and drop. You can select the element you want to edit, and then this menu pops up by the left hand side with different options you can use to edit that element. So to start customizing the homepage, I noticed that some sections were duplicated multiple times. So what I'm going to do is to delete the duplicates. like the hero section, delete this and this. So have just one. Another thing you are going to notice is that you have the full layout of your page on the side menu here. Let's say if you want to jump to a particular section, I can just go to activities and that will bring me over to the activity section where you can proceed to do your customizations. But first, let me remove all the duplicate sections. Now I'm going to open this page in a new tab so that I'll be able to preview whatever we do. This is what the page currently looks like, but you can fully customize it whichever way you want. So let's say starting from this section, I can change this text. This is the title. So I'll come over here and change it to Explore Dubai like never before. Also change the description. I already have the details I want to use. So I can just copy this and paste it right here. Now for the call to action button, maybe I'll just add the link to the top page. Just copy this address and paste it right here. But instead of using the full link, let me just use the path so that by the time I move this website to a new domain name, everything will still work perfectly. I can also change this image to something else, something with a Dubai theme. Maybe I'm going to pick this, click insert, and that is looking good. You can also adjust the opacity of the overlay that you have. For this section, let me just use maybe 75%. Let me save. Now let's go over to the page, refresh. And you can see gradually this website is beginning to look like a fresh website. And then if I click on the Explore Now button, that should bring us over to the top page. Now coming back to the editor, you can basically follow this same process and customize all the remaining sections on the home page. For instance, the why choose all section, I'm going to select it and then just delete the description. It looks good to me this way. Then here is going to display our best-selling tours. I'll just remove this and replace the text with something that fits my website. Currently, we have just one single tour on this website, but as you set up more tours, you can customize the number of tours that will appear in this section. So I'll move on to the next section. Now, this website I have is focused on just trips to Dubai. So I'm going to remove this choose your destination section because the only destination that we have is Dubai. So it does not make sense to have this right here. Delete the section. Then the next section is for popular activities. And here I'll also change the description, and then you can choose the activities that will show up in this section. Maybe I'll just select 4 of them. And you have this call to action to view all activities that will lead to the activities page. It would have been nice to have some images for these activities. So when creating activities for your website, make sure to add images for them, and those images will show up right here. But I can move on to the next section. For this, first I'm going to change the image. So maybe select this, click insert, and then change the call to action. Also get the description and paste right here. This button should also lead to the top page. Click save. And you can have a blog section on your website where you create content regularly. And some of your recent articles can show up right here. But since I don't have any blog post, I'll just delete this section for now. Then we have the About Us section. Here, I'll just enter a brief description for this agency. And then maybe the Learn More button is going to lead to the About page. Then I'll add a primary image. Maybe select this, click Insert. This is looking good. You can also go ahead and customize the footer and the header of your website. Let's say for the header, you can change the logo, the title, and all of that. Another feature you'll find really helpful is this responsive mode. This will help you check to make sure that your website is responsive and looks good on any device. So you can see what it looks like on smartphones if you need to make any adjustments on tablets. And once you are done making all the changes you need to make, you can just go ahead and save. Now let's go over to the website, refresh, and you can see everything looks nice and clean. Let's say I want to book a tour. I'll click on explore now, select this tour, and then go ahead and pick a date, enter the number of travelers, the accommodation, then I'll select the add-ons that I need. Here, travelers can enter name, email address, phone number, date of birth, and nationality. And if there's need for any additional notes, there's a space for that here. And then I can just proceed to complete the booking. Now, if you open your Tripcart dashboard, go to booking, select all bookings, you're going to see all the tour bookings that you have from here. And then you can see the full details that you are going to use to arrange the trip. At this point, you have a tour booking website with all the features working perfectly. But you can go a step further and add a custom domain name to your website. And you can do that by coming over to website settings, select custom domain. Now I have the domain name I want to use from Namecheap. Let's say I want to use this particular domain name. One thing you should take note of is that you cannot use a custom domain on your free trial account. So you need to upgrade your Tripcart subscription to be able to use a custom domain for your website. And let me just click select a plan. Let's see the different plans that they have. If you use my link in the description, after your 30 days free trial, your first 3 months is going to be $1 a month. After completing the payment, now I can go ahead and add my custom domain name. So let's go to website settings again, custom domain, then copy my domain name from Namecheap and paste it right here, save. Now you just need to add this DNS record to your domain name. So it is a CNAME record. I'll come over here, go to advanced DNS. Here, click add new record. The record type is going to be CNAME record. The host will be @ and then paste the value and save. Now we can come over here, refresh to see if the domain name is working. This might take some time, and once it starts working, you'll be able to access your website on this domain. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. Feel free to share your thoughts or questions with me in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.